Hi Libras, welcome to my channel. My name's Lauren. Thank you so much for joining me today. My cat says hello as well. This is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. If nothing resonates, check back next time or look at your moon and your rising signs. Okay, so I'm shuffling this deck that I normally do in the beginning, but I'm calling in energy for the year since this is your first reading of the year. I want to know what Spirit's going to help you work through it. And keep in mind, even if I'm saying for the whole year, everyone has their own divine timing and their process and how they work through things and how quickly or how long they take to work through stuff. So please know that this is general and it could be different for you. So we have worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. We have pride. I love myself when I see myself in everyone. And we have success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. Okay. So the message that I'm really getting from these cards is that there's this energy of, and it's been a kind of a theme for air signs today, that, the way that we were raised is not what is making us happy when we project ourselves and go out into society. Meaning, we don't like the way that our parents worked. We don't like how stressed they were. We didn't like how emotionally stunted they were, how they never had time to do anything. They barely had enough to pay the bills. You know, all of us lower level, middle to poor like people. Man, she is just chatty this morning. Sorry. What? What are you doing? Yeah? What are you doing? Oh, she wants to play. Sorry, I don't mean to take up your time. So it's more of an understanding that it's kind of, you're going through this transformation, this shift of like, you are starting to do things that make you happy, make you feel good about yourself. Maybe you found a good career or a path that feels good to you, that helps you feel good about yourself, the life, and you make enough to, you don't have to work an overabundance of hours to be able to pay your bills. You have free time. Not necessarily having kids or anything, but you have this life that you're really proud of. And there's this energy of worry because you worry that your family and friends won't understand the reasons why you've chosen this life. Okay. And that's going to happen. For some of you, it may turn out okay. For others, like myself, it does not. Oh, my cat has the zoomies. Okay. So let's go over worry. Okay, so we have the 10 of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the 4 of Pentacles to clarify worry. Yeah, you're really worried, like I said, you're really worried about how someone specifically, maybe a Page of Wands, a fire sign specifically. Go! I was trying to help her, but she is just frozen right now. She's revving herself up for round 2. You're worried that they're not going to see how it makes you feel and how it really helps you grow as a person. You're afraid that that they won't see you as working hard enough, that you don't have enough on your plate like they did, even though, parents had a lot easier than we do now. All right, so pride. Let me get a little more clarification on pride, please. Knight of Wands. Interesting. Fire signs are coming up a lot for you, air signs. We have Tower moment and the Chariot for pride. Yeah, again, Tower, Chariot, moving forward, changing, the Tower card, I always see it from the original tarot deck where it's a building on fire. It's literally everything's being stripped down to the core and starting over. And the funny thing is there's 2 fire signs. So it's really about this fire energy. And it could be your own energy. You could have a fire sign in your chart. It doesn't have to be somebody else. that you really want to erase all of the conditioning and manipulation throughout your life to start over. And that may be something you have to do. I've had to do it, and I'm still working on it. I have 30 years of it to work on, and I'm, only 2 years into it, and I'm 34 now, but it was when I was around 30 when I moved out finally, that I realized how manipulative and controlling my parents really were. Anyways, moving on to success. There is no greater goal than love. Again, understanding. Yeah, see, this is going to bring up old wounds. This is going to bring up old things from your childhood. Understanding that success means you feel good about yourself, you can survive, you can get the things that you need, but also put money aside for vacations. It's about coming together within yourself. So for anyone who doesn't know my readings, the Two of Cups, yes, this card says divine partnership, but I also see Two of Cups as coming together within ourselves, connecting body, mind, spirit, because in my regular tarot deck, it's two hands that come together and allowing the emotions to fill up the cups. That's connecting the divine masculine and the divine feminine within ourselves. When we are connected internally through that energy, as well as the body, mind, spirit, these old wounds start to dissipate, start to disappear, and no longer affect us. That we do see that there is no greater goal than just love itself, loving ourselves, loving our partner, loving kids if you have kids, or loving our parents from afar, but loving them for who they are, loving society for what it is, even though it's very manipulative and nobody can ever win. But it's kind of like that. It's really just overcoming the fear and shame of going a different direction than past generations. Okay? All right. Talk to a Gen Xer or a millennial if you're younger than those two generations. I'm sure most of my viewers are Gen Xers or millennials, but you never know. Okay, so let's move into 3D energy, the physical reality, internally, externally, around you. What's going on with the Libras? All right, so three current energies for Libra, please. We have the Knight of Swords and the King of Cups came out in reverse. Six of Swords, future energies, please. Seven of Pentacles in reverse, the Four of Swords in reverse. Okay. Six of Pentacles in reverse and the Ace of Wands in reverse came out together. Bottom of the deck, overall energy, we have the Two of Pentacles. So you're kind of working through this balancing act, right? You're trying to... It's kind of like you're going through that, you're kind of in the middle of that transition of worrying about what people think to just being successful in whatever it is you want to do. Okay. Pride is kind of what is pride? Pride is an emotion, right? I don't know. Whatever pride is, it's like the wedge in between. Okay. That's something that needs to be worked through. So you're trying to find this balancing life that you want. Balance meaning like work-life balance, right? But also health-wise as well. Your mental health, your physical health. How are you being taken care of as if you're an employee? How are you being taken care of as an employee? How are you being taken care of as a person? How are you taking care of yourself? All of these pieces connect and create that balance in your life. So the current energies, we have the Knight of Swords with the King of Cups in reverse and the Six of Swords. So what's going to happen is you're going to end up being more focused on the healing side of it and not necessarily the romantic side of things. There may be a water sign that will try and come through, but I just shoo them off to the side, especially since it's in reverse. It's a love offer that's going to try and steer you off your healing path, because you're so determined to push forward, to continue to allow this boat or these crows to pull you away from the pain and suffering, to take you away from it So there's something that's going to try and distract you, or it could be somebody you already care or cared about are going to try and pull you away. Their energy is not healthy. They are doing it selfishly through pride and ego. Ooh, okay. So we have Strength card. Yeah, you're stronger than that person. That person could be romantic or otherwise, you know. Friends and family do kind things for us when they want to keep us around, whether it's healthy or not. Then we have the Page of Cups. This is a message of love. Spirit is sending you this message saying that you need to pick yourself over other people. You need to be strong. You need relationships. Look at that 6-6. We actually have 3 6s on the table. Look that up. That's an angel number. I don't have my notebook near me. I haven't memorized those numbers yet. I apologize. Yeah, Spirit's telling you the more you walk away from the people that have harmed you, they're protecting you. They're sending you love. They're telling you, hey, this person doesn't care about you. Keep your guard up, boundaries up. Restrain yourself from responding to them, to reaching out to them. Because you're going to bring more balance into your life. Where people that balance of give and take is going to come into your life more and more and more and more as you continue to walk away. Okay? All right, future energies. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. The 4 of Swords in reverse. The 6 of Pentacles in reverse. The Ace of Wands in reverse. And these last two came out together. So I'll start with these two. You're healing. You're healed, but you're nitpicking the seeds that you've planted. You're afraid that you were being deceived for planting those seeds. It's kind of like you want to pull them up to see if they're growing, if they're working, but we don't do that when we actually, plant plants or fruits or vegetables or herbs. This is a matter of trusting your journey, trusting that your soul is speaking to you properly, that you're not still being manipulated or deceived by other people. Man, so, like cards want to come out, but then they don't. There we go. 4 of Cups. Yeah, you feel like you missed something. Not necessarily an opportunity, but you feel like you were deceived so much in most of your life that you don't feel like you're getting the whole picture. And that's definitely an air sign quality for sure. Because a lot of air signs, as being more analytical and logical, we tend to want the whole picture. So you are still searching for every piece of the puzzle. And that's okay. More power to you. If you have the time and energy to do that, do it. 7-7. If this resonates, please look up 7-7 and 4-4. That is definitely something that may help you. Those numbers will help you figure this out. Okay. Over to the 6 of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, both in reverse. This is a test. Okay, Spirit's going to offer you an opportunity to work with somebody or to be with somebody. Collaborate with somebody. I'm really sensing a job opportunity may be coming forward for you. Something that may look on the outside may look good, but it's actually a false opportunity. Spirit is trying to communicate to you, telling you, hey, it may look good on the outside, but on the inside, it's just you are being manipulated and deceived. Wow, really? That's it for those cards? There we go. We have the King of Wands. Yeah, you are actually a visionary. You're actually a leader, Libras. Spirit is trying to show you that you don't need to work for somebody else to be whoever you're meant to be. And that is very much a prominent thing that's happening. And I think that's why companies are starting to lose their shit and losing their labor people, because they're done with their karmas. They're done being stuck in that wheel, and they're not being valued enough. Okay, so don't undervalue what you want to succeed at because other people don't understand it. So spirits that are coming out to speak to you, we have future predictions, divination. Spirit is talking to you, giving you predictions of the future, and that's maybe where this deception comes from, that you may be getting images and stuff that may be freaking you out a little bit. If it does, it's okay. It'll get easier as you get more of them. That may be one of your gifts. You may be able to receive predictions, see the future in a way that nobody else can. And it's interesting to say that because you got spirit of earth and spirit of the key. Spiritual knowledge, ancestors, being grounded, wisdom, knowing the solutions. You are the key to not only the past, but also the future. And I say the past because we have ancestors. You are the key to freeing your ancestors from the past as well as the future. The current state of our society, anybody who is alive at this very moment is a key to to healing the past as well as the future. And you may be getting special messages on how to do that. Yeah, see, spirit of the crow, prophecy, messengers. Sometimes it's bad news. It may sound like bad news, but in reality, bad news can actually be good news in the long run. It can sound like bad news because we were, taught to think everything's bad, right? We have spirit of the fly and spirit of the light. Interesting. So spirit is trying to get you to see that there's a new chapter just around the corner. So continue releasing that stagnant energy that holds you back, that makes you feel like you're kind of rotting inside. Some of you are going to finally go through your spiritual awakening once you begin to see those prophecies and messages that are trying to come through for you. So, final messages from the universe for my Libras, please. Forgiveness and compassion from those in the past to those in the future, those who treat you with unkindness, people that deceive you, that cause any sort of mental pain and suffering. You just have to forgive them and move on. Some of you are still looking for the right path, okay? And what's going to happen is things will start to balance out. Like I was talking about earlier with the 2 6s and the current energies. I just saw the bottom left with that karmic cycle. This is a strong karmic cycle for a lot of you. Again, this could take you the entire year. For others, it'll just take a few months. Others, it'll take 6 to 8 months. However that resonates. Like I said, everyone's on their own divine timing path. But when you feel lost, connect to spirit. Say, forgive me, spirit, but I'm not hearing the messages that you're trying to convey to me. Can you give them to me in a different format? Find a way in the physical world that spirit understands to connect. So like I use music. I love music. I love songs. Songs give me goosebumps, whether there are words in them or not, but I feel that vibration and I connect to it. So that's how I connect to my spirit. So if I ever feel like I'm at a crossroads, I say, hey, either send me a sign, send me a song, or show me that justice is happening. Show me that balance is more in my favor. So if you make a decision that you probably should have been wrong, or maybe it was a bad option for you, you'll get a reaction from spirit, and you'll see that it's real. So these are deep soul lessons for you from past lives energy, and spirit's telling you anytime you feel off or maybe you feel triggered, make sure you ask Archangel Raphael to come in and heal you. Okay? He wants to help you. He wants to let go of this energy of deception, this energy around you that makes you feel like you can't trust anybody anymore. Sorry, my cat's still being weird in the background. But the thing with trigger moments is that when we experience it, my best advice is have a notebook in front of you and allow yourself to pace, because you need to pace to work the energy out of the body. You need to write it down, everything that you're feeling as you feel it, the questions, the answers, everything that comes in, just put it on paper. And then all of a sudden you'll feel like this release. You'll feel like the body getting lighter. It's super cool. All right, Libras, that's my advice. These are my messages for this week for you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys later.